What's going on, everybody? It's Chris Toro, and before I started my day, before I wanted to do anything today, I just had to make this video. So yesterday I just beat Bayonetta 2, after finishing part 1 of course, and not only does it improve on everything that part 1 got wrong, like the quick time events, the mixed up story, the item management, and the grayish, brownish graphics that make everything look all muddy, just like in the original Xbox 360 version. But Bayonetta 2 proves me wrong that a Wii U/Switch title could look so darn amazing. From the very beginning, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This game is easily the best looking Switch game I've ever laid my eyes on. It's fast paced, it's beautiful, it's colorful, it's a little shorter than part 1. But the thing about part 1 is there were some segments that went on for a little too long, like the 2 airplane segments. I was surprised how long they were. They were probably 20 minutes each. There were just some things about part 1 that was just too long and sometimes repetitive. But Bayonetta 2 throws different things at you every single scene, which is an attribute of a good game. The dialogue makes sense, and I was actually invested in Bayonetta's story opposed to part 1 when, for 80% of the time, I was just rolling my eyes and not getting what was happening. Until the end, of course. But I guess that's how you're supposed to be when somebody just doesn't have any type of memory of who they are for most of the game. But in Bayonetta 2, she knows who she is, and she's starting fresh. It's easy to say that Bayonetta 2 is a flawless game, because even after finishing the 9+ hours campaign, there's still so much to do. Some things require a little too much money, but there are workarounds. But man, I could tell you that there is no PlayStation game, no Xbox 360 game that looks as good as Bayonetta 2. And sometimes there aren't any PS4 games or Xbox One games that look as good. Once again, I have to say that Bayonetta 2 proves me wrong at how Nintendo can take the Bayonetta franchise to the next level. Easily Bayonetta 3 on the Switch is going to be as amazing, if not even better, than Bayonetta 2, and that's huge, because Bayonetta 2 had open vast locations, fast-paced and epic moments. For the most part, it was a near-perfect action-adventure game. Still not sure why there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Parody boy in there, but I actually dug the story. And also all of the extra tidbits that you can do with the Nintendo costumes are pretty cool. Like, I just got my hands on the Master Sword with the Link costume, and it has some hidden abilities. So the fact that Platinum Games is still adding to this already amazing game shows that they have plenty more in store for Bayonetta 3. Everything that I wanted Bayonetta to be on the quote-unquote next-gen consoles and all that is what Bayonetta has become on the Wii U. Trust me, the game looks mind-blowing, especially with the full RGB. The 60 frames is clean and almost at a near lock. Nintendo and Sega just had a baby, and it is Bayonetta reborn. Still not digging the new costume. I don't like the whole feather thing that she has going on. It's a little distracting. So I went back to the original costume after beating the game, but it still looks amazing. But yeah, really nothing to complain about. The game was amazing. I couldn't stop playing it. There were some times where I had to eat and I was like, okay, let me just see how the next chapter looks. And you know when you say that, you're not gonna get up. So for the most part, I beat this game in one sitting almost. And yeah, I can't wait to see what Nintendo has in store for the next one. I'm pretty sure it's going to be as mind-blowing as the last. If there's any tips I need to give those guys at Platinum Games is no more of those quick time events from Bayonetta 1. Just don't bring them back. Leave it like part 2, if not better than part 2, and we'll be good. Because there were some moments in part 1 where I was doing perfectly. I didn't die, and I was getting all the combos down. I was not getting hit, and all of a sudden there was this cheap quick time event, and it ruined my score tenfold. I only died once from a quick time event, and I got a stone award, and I was doing perfectly in the stage. That's how cheap those quick time events are, and you cannot see them coming. There was one point that I captured where they introduced a new character, and right after was a quick time event. It's like the director meant for those to be some kind of practical joke, just like how Shinji Mikami had those tripwires in Evil Within as a practical joke or trolling. Those quick time events are horrible, and they'll really get you angry. Just wanted to warn people if they're going into Bayonetta 1 first. But the beauty of both parts is that you can actually go into Bayonetta 2 first, and then go back into 1. When you finish Bayonetta 2, you'll realize why you can go back into Bayonetta 1. So yeah, they're both interchangeable, and it's great that way. You can pretty much do anything you want. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I was wrong. See you guys in the next one. Later.